In our today's segment, I want us to look at confusing English varieties. Confusing English varieties. You look at it that when you talk about orthography, the spelling system, there could be some sort of differences as far as the English that is used in America differs from the English used in Britain. So we look at the British English and the American English varieties. But more so we are focusing on orthography, the spelling system, and pronunciation. Now, somebody may ask that then which is which? Which one should we go for? Then I would say that you're allowed to pick a particular variety. For instance, you can pick English, British English, or American one in terms of the spelling. Then you are supposed to be consistent. So if you pick the British spelling, be consistent. If it's American, be consistent. Now, what would we advise the students in Kenya to go for? In the East African region, where Kenya is a member, we advocate for the British variety. Remember, we are colonies of Britain, and apart from being a colony of Britain, we are also part of the Commonwealth. So we are supposed to use the right English variety. When you look at words like a program, cozy, dialogue, analog, you see there is a way they're written in the British spelling and there's a way they come out in the American spelling system. Like for example, when you look at the word program, in British it is P-R-O-G-R-A-M-M-E. But when you look at it in the American variety, you see it is only P-R-O-G-R-A-M. So there is the omission of the M and E. So you can see that. When you look at the word cozy, which means comfortable, in the British spelling system, it is C-O-S-E. But in the American spelling system, it is C-O-Z-E. So we need to know those things. So I have a few rules that I want to take you through in relation to the British spelling and the American spelling. Then we shall look at the Kenyan words which have been adopted as part of English. Then we shall call it a day. The first rule is the rule of ER, the rule of ER and RE. ER and RE. So when you look at American spelling in the words center, fiber, liter, meter, and theater. In the American spelling system, center would be written as C-E-N-T-E-R. But in the British spelling, it would be written as C-E-N-T-R-E. So you can see that difference of the ER and RE. The same to a word like meter. In the American spelling, it is M-E-T-E-R. But in the British, it is M-E-T-R-E. Very, very important. So that would apply to other words like fiber, liter, and theater, which is very, very important. Rule number 2, we look at ZE and SE. In the American system, we pick the ZE, but the British, we pick the SE. Look at the words like apologize, organize, recognize, realize, criticize. In the American spelling system, you'll see we write apologize as A-P-O-L-O-G-I-Z-E. But in the British, we write it as A-P-O-L-O-G-I-S-E. So you can see the differences in terms of Z, the voiced sound Z, and the voiceless sound S. You can see that, or S. So we look at it that the same rule would apply to words like organize, recognize, realize, criticize. Rule number 3, we look at or what we would say OR and OUR. So the American spelling would pick OR and the British spelling system would pick OUR. Look at the words like behavior, color, humor, labor, neighbor, clamor. So in the American system, behavior is written as BEHAVIOR. So you see there is omission of U, whereby in the British spelling, we would see it is BEHAVIOUR. The same case applies to the words like color, humor, labor, neighbor, clamor, etc., etc. Rule number 4, which is the last rule, is NSE and NCE. The American words that are picking NSE and the British words that are picking NCE in terms of orthography, the spelling system. Now, the British, look at the American words like defense, license, pretense, defense. How do we write them? Defense is DEFENSE in the American spelling system. In the British, we write it as DEFENCE. So you can see the last letters in those particular words. So the same way we see in license and pretense. And lastly, we have words of Kenyan origin that have been accepted and have been adopted. So even when writing an essay, writing a composition, you'd be allowed to use them. Some of these words include sukuma wiki, rungu, askari, wananchi, matoke, harambe, debe, panga, manyata, shamba, ugali, madrasa, and matatu. So thank you very much for following this segment. This was on confusing English varieties. I am Victor Ochieng, the director, God's Pen Consultancy. To get to hear more of these videos, just subscribe to my YouTube channel, God's Pen Consultancy. You can also log into my website and get to know more, www.godspenconsultancy.co.ke. God bless you.